Did I do it? Yay! I did it! Okay, well, this is my second live attempt. And how is everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a good start of the year. Sorry, I'm nervous. I was going to say something, but I forgot. My mod's here. Yay. Can you let everybody know that we're live? Because I don't think nobody knows we're live. So can you please do me that favor? Let everybody know that I'm live. I can't really. Hold on. Oh, wait. You got it or I got it? I think my mod's got it. Does my mod got it? Hold on, let me let people know. Let me put it on. Oh, I have Pokemon on my Discord, so all these little Pokemon things are on. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I know it's just me and my mod, but for now, I hope everybody had a good 2025. Don't mind the noise. I have company and it's people outside. Okay. I might step away here and there, but yeah. Anyways, I want to talk about, I know tonight I was going to talk about the New Orleans attack and the Queens nightclub shooting that happened, but I changed my mind and I was like, let me push that back and let me talk about this case. So I literally found this case like last minute on like Facebook, and I was like, you know what, let's talk about it. I want to like know what's going on with this case and everything. So tonight we're going to be talking about Fajr Williams. No, if you're going to ask me, no, I didn't spell her name wrong. It's not fair. It's Fajr. I came across this case on Facebook and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about it. It intrigued me. And I think I finally learned how I share my screen. If not, well, I mean, I'll read it from my phone because my camera does not work. And yeah. But anyways, we're going to talk about the Fajr Williams case. When I just barely learned about it today, and it literally broke my heart, and it made me realize, like, you know, do school buses and school aides, are they trained to learn, like, when it comes down to like transporting kids, do they go through training? That's what I want to know. Do school aides that help in the buses, do they get training? That's what I want to know. But yeah, I want your guys' lives reaction on this. If more people come in, that's fine, that's cool. If not, it's me and my mod, I think. I don't know, I can't see the view count. But it's gonna be a little short stream because I have to go walk the dog, sadly. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into this. Hold on. I've done this before. Share. Okay. So we're gonna start from the beginning. And we're gonna go to this together. It'll be cool if I put this on the stage. There we go. Okay. So basically, it goes, the mother of New Jersey girl who was 6 years old, who died on a school bus, wants justice. This happened back in 2023. So let's watch this little video. If there's ads, I'm sorry. I can't control the ads. I'll give it a second because my internet does take forever. Yep, there's an ad. Don't mind the ads. This is not sponsored by whatever ad this is. But yeah, I hope you guys are having
Car thefts have skyrocketed in New Jersey, with over 600 reported last year in Monmouth County alone. He is suing the state, blaming bad to you.
Good morning.
Jersey are through the last couple of months, and in your town,
for the crimes.
Okay, well, this is not the thing I wanted. Anyways, that's probably not the video. Let's just read the article, because anyways, so, or is it later on in this? Let me see real quick. It's not. Okay, so this is a little bit about the case of Fajr Williams. So, 6-year-old daughter, it says, what a New Jersey mother, sorry if I'm butchering your name, Najam Nash remembers best and misses most of her little girl's laugh. Her 6-year-old daughter, Fajr, sorry if I'm butchering her middle name, I'm just going to say Fajr Williams, did not use words but rarely enjoy and love when she was alive. Through bursts of giggles in her bright, beautiful eyes, she had the most spontaneous laughs, Nash told Fox News Digital on an interview. Just out of nowhere, she started giggling. I remember, when she gets tired and doesn't want to miss anything, so she just wants to stay up and is fighting her sleep. She just has this nonstop giggle, and we're like, yeah, she's tired, she's just giggling and giggling. So Fajr died. This was back in July of 2023. Fajr died last week after the bus ride to an extended school year program, during which police said her wheelchair harness became tight around her neck, strangling her. A school bus aide sitting just feet in front of the girl was staring at her phone, oblivious as Fajr struggled violently for her life. Authorities said in a criminal complaint reported by NJ.com. The aide, Amanda Davila, 27, has been charged with manslaughter. This is Fajr. She's a sweet little baby. Fajr, whose mother called her a strong warrior, was never limited by her special needs. An early child diagnosis of Emanuel syndrome, a chromosome disorder that stunts growth and development, had left her nonverbal and unable to walk. Nash said her daughter required multiple surgeries and special care in a wheelchair, but always managed to push through. I was just so proud of my baby. You just miss her so much. It's not a moment that goes by where I'm not reminded of her, she said. The fateful and tragic morning of Monday, July 17th, back in 2023, began as a normal day for Nash and her family. She got the older kids ready to go to summer camp and prepared Fajr to attend an extended school year program at Claremont Elementary School. The bus arrived early that day, and Nash said when she saw it pull up outside at around 8:22 p.m., she called the aide to let her know Fajr would be down shortly. Typically, Nash would take her daughter to the bus and see her off to school. However, the morning Nash's oldest daughter brought her to the bus. Fajr's wheelchair was loaded into the lift, and she was brought on board. It was the last time anyone from the Nash/Williams family would see Fajr conscious. Oh, look at her. She's so sweet. Detectives with the Franklin Township Police Department and the Somerset County Prosecutors Major Crimes Unit said that Fajr was brought aboard the bus at 8:29 a.m. using a hydraulic lift for her wheelchair. According to the complaint, police said Davila was responsible for watching the children on the bus, secured the girl's wheelchair to the floor, hooked on the rear driver's side of the bus. Surveillance video reviewed by investigators shows Davila secured Fajr with the 4-point harness, but neglected to use the lap belt and ankle restraints on the wheelchair. Wait, what? Okay, we'll come back to that. At around 8:44 a.m., the bus hit bumps on the road that made the 4 harness become tight around her neck, the complaint said. Investigators who reviewed the surveillance footage said Fajr appeared to be moving her mouth at that point in the video. Then at 8:46 a.m., the harness tightened around Fajr's neck And for the next 2 minutes and 47 seconds, she struggled violently for her life, moving her arms and legs at least twice. Fajr made a shriek or a gasp and at one point kicked the window of the bus, according to police. So this is Amanda Davila. This is the bus aide. This is the woman who's actually supposed to be watching Fajr. While Fajr was suffocating, the adult responsible for her safety, Davila, was sitting nearby, allegedly wearing earbuds and staring at her phone. The complaint states at 8:48 a.m., Fajr lost consciousness, but Davila did not notice anything was wrong until the bus arrived at Claremont Elementary 14 minutes later at 9:02 a.m. At 9:58 a.m., a teacher entered the bus and tended to Fajr, but appeared to not realize the dire nature of the situation. At 9:04 a.m., the teacher stated she was unsure if Fajr was breathing. At that point, additional staff was summoned into the bus, and CPR began at 9:06:40 a.m. The complaint said, per NJ.com, Nash said she received a phone call from the school at 9:10 a.m. They were hysterical on the phone and said that my daughter was unresponsive and they're performing CPR on her. She recounted, but at the moment, of course, I was hysterical too, and I didn't understand. I asked him to repeat it multiple times. Nash said she was distraught that she intentionally went to the wrong school and the one Fajr normally attended during the school year instead of Claremont, which manages the summer program. The school called her again, asking where she was, and instructed her to go to Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, New Brunswick, where EMS was headed with Fajr. Nash said officials offered to arrange a police escort if she needed driving assistance. She did not. Nash left immediately and arrived at the hospital, but about 7 minutes before the ambulance arrived with her daughter. Wait, what? Nash left immediately and arrived at the hospital about 7 minutes before the ambulance arrived with her daughter. When EMS arrived with Fajr, they were performing CPR on her. Doctors went to work immediately to give her treatment, but Nash said her baby's heart was barely beating. Nash said doctors performed CPR on Fajr for an hour before connecting her to a ventilator. She could not breathe without the machines, and her organs began to shut down. Oh my God. The next day, Fajr was pronounced dead. Oh my God. The family is devastated, for Daesh Nash has no explanation for what happened for her daughter, whose giggles brought so much joy. Who brought so much joy and was suddenly gone. Details from the police investigation were not released until Thursday, July 20th. This is in 2023, when Somerset County Prosecutor John P. McDonald's office put out a press release. However, Nash did not see the release. She says she found out about the arrest and charges against Davila when she was asked about it in another interview. I was devastated all over again, Nash told Fox News Digital. It was very hurtful learning that way. Davila has been charged with second-degree manslaughter and endangering the welfare of a child. An investigator says she violated policies and procedures by allegedly wearing earbuds and using her phone on the bus. Wow. And this is her. This is Amanda. If found guilty, she could spend 5 to 10 years. Literally? Really? Just 5 to 10 years? Are you kidding me? Davila, 5 to 10 years? Really? Can they give her more? I mean, I have so many questions. Okay, let's continue. Davila appeared in court Tuesday for a detention hearing and was granted conditional release. Defense attorneys told the court she has never been in trouble with the law, was raised in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and is the mother of a 2-year-old with special needs, according to WABC. Fox News has reached out to Davila's attorney, Michael, I'm not even going to say his last name because I might butcher it, for comment. Nash said she wants justice for her daughter. Davila needs to be premeditated, if I said that right. If I didn't, I'm butchering it. And she needs to go to prison. She told Fox News Digital this wasn't a mistake. My child's losing her life was not a mistake. It was reckless and negligence. Negligence. I can't say certain words. This word right here. And that what it was, and it could have been prevented. So I don't want to hear the word mistake. I want to hear that she's been indicted by the grand jury, and I want to hear that we're going to trial, and quite frankly, I want to hear a guilty verdict, and she goes to prison for the maximum time allowed by New Jersey law. Yeah. Oh, I am 16 minutes in here, and I haven't gave my disclaimer. Des is always late on these disclaimers, but everything I say is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I only get my facts from these news articles. Everything I say is alleged or in my opinion. I am not responsible for anyone else and their actions or opinions. And yeah, let's continue. While Fajr was alive, Nash was an advocate for her daughter. Now she wants to advocate for all children, not just those with special needs, to ensure that they are cared for and safe when being transported to school. Nash requested copies of current school and bus policies and procedures for reviews. She has been emboldened with messages of support and outrage over Fajr's death. She has received on social media from the community. I want to know, what is the child to adult ratio? Does that need to be looked at and changed? Do we need more people depending on how many kids? Nash said. Maybe a force of law will come out of this, she suggested. I'm hoping that it does impact the system and forces change for transportation and for the Board of Education as well on how they vet during these outdoor transportation providers. And then it goes, the school bus company Montauk Transit released a statement to the media about the incident. We at Montauk Transit are all devastated by the loss of Fajr. We all extend our deepest condolences to the family, and we are grieving as a company. And all of our employees know that the safety of children we transport is on top priority, which is why we are fully engaged in the law enforcement investigation, support any punishment that the justice system determines appropriate for the bus monitor who has been arrested. Oh, I think that's it. I mean, don't they train bus aides, though? Like, wouldn't you think they train, like, somebody who's, like, a bus aide or something? Like, don't they train them? That's what I want to know. Like, do they not train these? Like, do they not train them? It makes me, I don't know, it makes me wonder, like, don't they have to train, like, these bus aides and, like, for anything? Because, like, don't they know how to do, like, CPR? And two, like, hold on, I'm trying to open the next article. Oh, I don't know what I did. There we go. Okay. What was I saying? Like, what is the word I'm trying to say? Like, especially, like, even if it's not in, like, a bus that carries, like, the bus lift, like, for the disabled kids, doesn't the school train not only the, like, doesn't the bus drivers train, like, the bus company, aren't they supposed to be trained, especially, like, the bus aides, like, aren't they supposed to be trained? That's my number one question. Like, you know, where was she sitting? I want to know where she was sitting at in this bus, because for you to be on your phone, you still somewhat have to see Fajr. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was this bus aide? Where was Amanda placed? Like, were you placed somewhere that you couldn't see Fajr? Like, even if you're on your phone, like me, I get on my phone and I notice little things in the corner of my eye. I'm sure she had to notice something. I'm alleging she might have had to know, like, in the corner of her eye. Like, you know, like, it makes me wonder. And then two, you know, I have so many questions. Like, I want to know, like, how these bus aides and these bus drivers, do they get training? Like, I really want to know. It makes me wonder, like, All right, let's read the next one. Oh, yeah, Tiff. What do you, like, it's so sad. Okay, we're going to read the next one. Remember, this happened back in, like, 2023. So, like, in July of this year, it'll be 2 years. Okay, so I'm going to read the My Central Jersey. Every parent's nightmare, bus monitor charged with child's death, release pending. Wait, she was released? Hold on. Allegedly. We're going to read this. Well, that's her. That's Amanda. The school bus aide charged with manslaughter in the strangulation death of a nonverbal child in her care has been released from custody pending a future appearance in Superior Court. Wait, so they released her? Why? Why did they do that? Okay. Saying the incident was a tragedy and every parent's nightmare, the Superior Court Judge Christopher Edwards Tuesday morning rejected the Somerset County's prosecutor office request that Amanda Davila, charged with second-degree manslaughter and endangering the welfare of a child in the July 17th death of a 6-year-old Fajr Williams, be detained in the Somerset County Jail. Edwards placed the 27-year-old New Brunswick woman who has a 2-year-old child with disabilities on level 3 monitoring, which requires her to report to probation officers once a week. The judge also offered her to have no contact with children, the school, or the parents of Fajr Williams. This is interesting. This makes me raise an eyebrow. Davila's next scheduled court appearance, a pre-indictment hearing, is scheduled for August 28th before Judge Peter Tober. Mind you, this is back in 2023. So she had to appear, if I'm not mistaken, August 28, 2023, to Judge Peter. Okay. Edwards said he was perplexed by the public safety assessment's recommendation that Davila not to be released because the New Brunswick high school graduate has no criminal record, no record of failing to appear in court, and no history of violence. She is a tabula rasa? The judge said, excuse my language, but what the fuck is a tabula rasa? What is that? But Somerset County Assistant Prosecutor Bridget Dudding argued that Davila was a flight risk because she faces a potential prison sentence of 5 to 10 years if found guilty. Michael, I'm not even going to say his last name because I feel like I'm going to butcher it. Davila's attorney said there was no reason to believe his client was a flight risk except for her name ends in a vowel. What? Davila's attorney said there's no reason to believe his client was a flight risk, quotations, except for her name ends in a vowel. What? What does that mean? Does it... You know what? Can we read this again? Davila's attorney said there was no reason to believe his client was a flight risk, quotations from Michael, her attorney, except for her name ends in a vowel, end quotation. I don't even know. I'm a little speechless. You know? Yeah. What Tiff said. What the actual... I don't even know. Anyways, Davila's attorney said Davila was depressed and full of remorse after the Franklin incident, which he called a tragedy, horrible. Davila's attorney said Davila has worked as school bus aide for Montauk Transit for 7 years with no prior record. excuse me, he says she was paid $14 an hour. Dudding said Davila showed a reckless disregard for the students on the bus and should have sat in the rear of the vehicle where she could have kept an eye on Fajr Williams and other 2 children. Wait, so there was 2 other children on the bus. Okay. Hold on. My dog was barking. Anyways, this was not a freak accident, Dudding said. If she had been in the rear of the bus, this could have been prevented. That reckless disregard shows that Davila poses a danger to other children, Dudding argued. Assistant Prosecutor Ryan Quiones, who appeared with Dudding, told the judge the case against Davila is very strong because everything that happened on the bus was captured on video. You see, I know a lot of buses have cameras, like video, and the school sees it. But what sucks is not a lot of school buses have that. And I think they need to start they need to how do I word it? I'm thinking of it in my mind, but I can't say it out. I think because I'm nervous. I don't know why. Every time I do a live, I get nervous. They need to they need to redo it again and start making sure all the school buses all over America have cameras, because there could be incidents like Fajr, and if we didn't know, I mean, it's Davila's word against, So I think the schools and the school buses, they need to have their cameras on, for the buses, because a school bus, and this is all in my opinion, this is alleged. I've seen some videos like on TikTok where like kids are like fighting in the school buses, or like there was one video I saw on TikTok. What was it? I think the school bus driver didn't let the kids out until like the principal. She had to call the principal to ask if she can let the kids out, but she was dropping the kids off at like their home, like she always does. But the principal was even like, "Why are you calling me? Like, to drop these kids off at their house, And the kid was recording it, but the kids were saying like stuff was happening prior to them before they were getting dropped off. It was on TikTok. I have to find it. But the school bus didn't have no cameras, so they couldn't really like check it. So I think buses need to have cameras. In my opinion, I think they do. Because literally there's no other supervisor besides the school bus driver and the school aide. You know what I'm saying? The footage of the incident, which is under a protective order, shows Davila sitting in the front of the bus on her cell phone with earbuds in. I need to see where Davila was sitting. Like, I want to see the layout. Where was Fajr sitting? Where were the other students sitting? Where was the bus aide? I need to see the layout. I need to put in a FOIA request on this. Because I want to read the criminal complaint of Davila. I want to read it. I want to see what Davila has to say and what, other people have to say. So I want the criminal complaint on this. Oop, I dropped that. Where was I at? Shows Davila sitting in the front of the bus on her cell phone with earbuds in, according to the affidavit of probable cause. Fajr, who was attending an extended school year program at Claremont Elementary School in Franklin Park, was brought onto the bus by a handicap accessible hydraulic lift. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. Davila weaved her into the rear driver's side section of the bus, which had been cleared of standard bus seats for wheelchair access, and secured the child's wheelchair to the ground hook system, according to the affidavit. In the bus video, the child is observed strapped into a 4-point chest harness, which appeared to be secured to the wheelchair. The affidavit says the harness straps went over both shoulders and under both arms. There did not appear to be any other safety restraints utilized. It was later determined that there was a lap belt and an ankle restraint available on the wheelchair. Wait. Dude, so I get, don't they have the one that comes like a seatbelt? Do they have those on those buses? I need to see the layout. I need to see how they strap the wheelchairs in. Once Fajr was secure, Davila sat in the front seat behind the driver with her back to the rear of the bus and was observed using a cell phone with earbuds in each ear, according to the affidavit. Wait, what? Davila sat in the first seat behind the driver with her back to the rear of the bus and was observed using a cell phone with earbuds in each ear. Okay, so this has to be like that little small school bus. I was thinking it was that big school bus because I know the big school buses, they have the lift for like when they're gonna put the kids in the kids where they're gonna put the kids in. They have the think. Sorry, my mind's everywhere. They have the where they put the kids' wheelchairs way in the back. But usually the bus aide needs to sit right there by them and monitors like the whole bus. But usually when it's the big buses, they have like two, sometimes three bus aides. Well, here in San Antonio they do. I don't know about everywhere else, but here in San Antonio they do because I've seen it. But if it's the way it's describing it, could this be like a small school bus, like where it sits like, I want to say like in each seat, probably like 6-7 kids? Could it be the small school bus? I need to see the layout of it. It goes on and says Davila did not appear to make visual contact with Fajr from 8:32 a.m. until 8:42 a.m. when another student was received onto the bus. Davila was observed possibly glancing in Fajr's direction at this time, the affiant says. At 8:42 a.m., when the final of the 3 students was secured on the bus, Davila appeared to be back on her cell phone, the affiant says. At 8:44:21 a.m., a series of bumps in the road appeared to make Fajr's body slump in the seat, which made the 4-point harness become tight around her neck, and she appeared to be moving her mouth at that point, according to the affiant. Oh my God. The other 2 children on the bus were in 2 seats in front of an empty seat directly next to Fajr, so no one had a direct line of sight to Fajr, who at 8:46 a.m. appeared to struggle with the harness as it became tighter around her neck, the affiant said. Oh my God. Davila did not make visual contact with Fajr until 9:02 a.m. when the bus arrived at school. The affiant says she stood from her seat and looked towards the back of the bus, but either did not realize Fajr had been struggling or did not look at her, the affiant says. Oh my God. Davila helped the other 2 children off the bus at 9:02 a.m. She began to unstrap the gown restraints on Fajr's wheelchair as the child was motionless with the harness around her neck, according to the affiant. Oh my God. I might cry. A few seconds later, Davila requested school staff help with her with... Wait, what? A few seconds later, Davila requested school staff help her with the little girl in the wheelchair, the affiant says. The teacher got on the bus at 9:02, and at 9:04 a.m., the teacher says she was unsure if Fajr was breathing, the affiant says. Additionally, staffers were summoned onto the bus and CPR began at 9:06 a.m., the affiant says. In ruling that Davila should have been released, Edwards said that he had watched the video and acknowledged that the prosecution's case appeared strong. The judge said he had also seen a picture of Fajr Williams, who has such a beautiful smile. But the judge, who acknowledged this is a tragedy first and foremost, said that under the state's Criminal Justice Reform Act, there is a strong presumption of innocence. He also questions Dudding's argument that Davila posed a threat to the community. How is she going to harm the public? The judge asked if a condition of her release was no contact with children. Okay, well, let's get to the next one. I mean, babe, at like Davila, like at 9:02 and like 8 in the morning, who is texting you that you're so on your phone? Like, why are you so glued to your phone? Like, I have so many questions. I want to see the layout of that bus, because if it's the small one, because there's so many different school buses. They have that big one, and then they have the small one, and I think they have like a little itty bitty one. And I'm like, I want to see the layout. I want to see where Fajr. I know Fajr was in the back, but where the hell was Amanda? Where the hell was Davila sitting at? Where were the other 3 kids sitting? How were they supposed to sit originally? Like, is Davila? Of course, Davila has to sit in the back because she not only has to watch Fajr, she has to watch the other kids that are on the bus too. Why was she sitting in the? I have so many questions. So many. And the reason I wanted to do this case was because I think she's going to trial soon. So I want to, me, like, I'm a little true crimer. I want to do my first trial, and I want it to be on the Fajr Williams case, because this case is very sad. I hope Fajr and her family get the justice they deserve. So let's read this one. My phone is going off. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. I knew this happened back in 2023. Sorry, my phone's going. Franklin Township bus monitor faces new charges related to the death of a 6-year-old student. Some of these might be the same that I get, like some articles. So Amanda Davila now faces first-degree aggravated manslaughter charges in the death of Fajr Williams. This was on November 3rd of 2023 when it was published. Ooh. I have some videos. I think I do. Ooh. There we go. A Franklin Township bus monitor will be facing more serious charges related to the suffocation death of a 6-year-old student with special needs this past July. Amanda Davila now faces first-degree aggravated manslaughter charges in the death of Fajr Williams. Prosecutors say that Davila failed to notice or act on the fact that Williams was being strangled by her wheelchair harness. They say that Davila was wearing earbuds and was playing on her phone at the time and did not notice anything was wrong until the bus arrived at school. Let's look at... Oh, what am I clicking on? Just like all these little things. Let's look at a video if it has it on here. Oh. And it's going to take me to a different article. There we go. Oh. Stand by, please. My computer is just being wonky. Okay. Let's see this one. Alright. Okay, we'll click on that one. Okay, well, this was published September 15, 2023. New York bus monitor facing charges in choking death of a 6-year-old to face grand jury. Okay, is there a video? There is.
Bus aide facing charges related to the death of a...
Let's watch this video.
Amanda Davila, the 27-year-old bus aide facing charges related to the death of a 6-year-old girl with special needs, will go before a grand jury. News 12 New Jersey's Isabel Litterst is live at the Somerset County Courthouse this afternoon. We are hearing just wrapped up. Isabel, what's the latest here in the case?
That's right. So Davila came to court today for a pre-indictment conference where both her lawyer and the prosecution said that they will not be entering into a plea deal. This means that Davila will be going in front of a grand jury for potential indictment. Her lawyer says he fully expects to take this case to trial. Davila is being charged with the death of Fajr Williams, the 6-year-old who died on the school bus after she slipped and the harness on her wheelchair blocked her airways. Williams said Williams was nonverbal and Davila was allegedly not paying attention when Williams became incapacitated. We spoke with Fajr's mother and defense counsel after the court appearance. Here's what they had to say.
I believe that this is the right course to take. And I'm putting my trust in the grand jury. The loss that I've endured is unfathomable, and I don't want anyone else to go through what me and my family is going through.
We all know what a tragedy this is, and we all know, no matter what, my client was still an aide on the bus, and you can always assign blame. It will come out in the end that there is a lot of blame to go around.
Defense counsel says he hasn't received all of the evidence yet, but from the video he has reviewed, he doesn't believe his client is responsible for Fajr's death. He also says that if the prosecution were to consider dropping manslaughter charges, he might consider a plea deal. Meanwhile, Fajr's mother is pushing for a law in her daughter's name that would increase security on school buses and hopefully prevent a tragedy like what happened to her daughter from happening again. Live in Somerset, Isabel Litchers, News 12, New Jersey.
Another emotional day for that family. Isabel, thank you.
Okay. My bad. It's Fajr, not Fajr. Okay. Sorry, I was butchering her name. Okay, let's see the next one. Let's watch this one, and then we're going to get into the other articles I have. My phone is just going off. Okay, New Jersey mother of 6-year-old who died on bus petitions to enact her daughter's law. I'm sorry. I'm going to butcher her name. Yes. Brief intermission. So, if you don't know, our lovely little Dawn Marie, she's one of our mods, has a channel. So, consider clicking that link, and it's going to send you to her channel. And go ahead and subscribe to her. We love Dawn Marie. I cannot wait for her next live. Hopefully, she does a live real soon. I love her. I'm going to leave her little link right there. We have another one. I think it was Craig's. Can you do exclamation Craig? Tiff. See if it works. We have one for Craig. I don't know if it'll work. Nightbot has been acting a little weird. Nightbot, me and you are going to have to talk. If not, Nightbot, I'm going to get you a cab and just find another one. I don't. You put him right? Okay, yeah, I don't know why it's not doing it. All right, let's get back to this. I'm trying to exit this little thing, but it does not want to exit. There we go. Did it X? Nope. Okay. Excuse me. Let me get this video. First, let me get this one out. Me and my computer have been like going against the odds that me and my computer are gonna tussle after this. Like, we gonna tussle. All right, let's see if it plays it. Hang on. And you see how it's just... My computer is something else. I think me and my computer are just gonna... Oh, what? There's an ad. All right, so I know I don't have that much people on here, but I want to know your guys' opinion if you're on my replay crew.
To make sure no other child.
Hang on, before we play this video, let me put myself in the big screen. If you're in my replay crew, I want to know your guys' opinion on this and what you think about this case. Now, I can sit here and tell you my opinion. Of course, my opinion is, they need to train these bus aides not to be on the phone while they are working. Like the way Tiff said, Where is it? It's right here. This. They need to train the... Oh, it didn't want to show. There we go. They need to train the aides to not be on their phones, period, while on the bus. Exactly. They need to train these teacher aides not to be on the phone while they are working on the bus with kids on there. I think with bus aides, they think they can just... Some of them do, some of them don't. It's just my opinion. Some of them think, okay, like they're kids, they're just going to sit and look around and, fight with each other. But no, like, seriously, do your job and pay attention to these kids. Like, not only is the bus driver somebody who's driving the bus who needs to pay attention to the road, you're the bus aide. You need to pay attention to these kids and make sure that they're not doing something, that they're not harmed or anything. Like, here, you need to watch these kids. Like, these parents are trusting these bus drivers and these bus aides to make sure that their kids make it safe to school. And besides the bus aides and the bus driver, they are also depending on the teachers and the staff to make sure that their kids are safe in school. So I just think they need to tell these bus aides, hey, like, don't be on your phone. Pay attention to the kids. And I want to hear Davila's... Like I said, I'm going to try to get Davila's criminal complaint, and I want to read it to you guys. So I'm going to have to do FOIA requests on it. So let's see this next video.
Child is put in danger after her daughter, who was in a wheelchair, choked and died on a Somerset County school bus from her harness, police say this morning. How she is pushing for change.
Okay, let's read the article. The mother of a 6-year-old with special needs who died on a school bus in Somerset County is fighting for a new law. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Naham Nash wants to make sure no other child is put in harm's way. Her daughter, again, I apologize if I'm butchering her name. Fajr Williams became... Sorry, my dog was unresponsive on the bus on July 17th in Somerset County when the harness of her wheelchair obstructed her airway. Amanda Davila, the school monitor, was charged with manslaughter and endangering the welfare of a child. In Fajr's death, she's expected to appear back in court on August 28th. This is in 2023, so August 28th, 2023, she was supposed to be in court. Is this it? Excuse me. No? Okay. I guess I didn't want to play. Nash created a petition to enact sorry, my phone's going off. Sorry if I'm butchering her name. I'm so sorry. Fajr's law. She called for the Board of Education to fire the bus company. She wants the Somerset Board of Education to have all bus drivers learn CPR and learn how to handle a child's special needs equipment. Yes, I was just about to say that. Yes. I was literally about to say that. And I think that's what I was thinking when I was talking about it earlier, but I couldn't say it. But yes. Nash is also calling for training to recognize all signs of distress and to have emergency plan in case. Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to say earlier. A change.org post shared by, sorry if I'm butchering your name. Oh my God, I feel bad. Nahum Nash says, we can't wait for change. Change needs to happen now. Williams had Emanuel syndrome, a chromosome disorder that comes with some health conditions such as epilepsy. She was also nonverbal and in a wheelchair. Williams was enrolled in an extended school year program at Claremont Elementary in Franklin Township. As of Friday, the change.org petition has over 600 signatures of its 1,000 goal. This is back in 2023, guys. I was literally trying to say that. Yes, I was literally trying to say that. I just couldn't, when you're trying to say something, but you just can't, it's there, but you can't, say it? That was me. Okay, let's go to the next. Let me remove that from my screen. My computer is, a little delayed on my end. Okay, let me pull up the next article. Give me 1 second. I don't know if I asked you guys yet, but how's your day doing? If you're on my replay crew, let me know how your day was, how you guys are doing. We read that one. I have so many on here. Okay, let's see this one. I have so many articles on here. I think some of them repeat. Okay, well, let's read this one. This is from CBS News. I don't think that command works. A lot of the commands on Nightbot aren't working. I'm going to need to fix it because this one, when we did Dawn Marie's, it shows it on my end. But I think on your guys' end, it doesn't show the message. But it's Dawn Marie's channel that's linked below. Yeah, let me see real quick on my phone. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I have to go and fix Nightbot. Okay, well, let's go to the next one. We'll worry about Nightbot later. I have really bad allergies, so if I'm breathing too hard, it's because of my allergies. This whole cold thing. Oh my God. Brief intermission before we read the next article. Oh, it's actually playing. Hold on. Okay, there we go. This whole cold in Texas. Oh my God, it's really messing up my allergies so bad. And then the wildfires in California. If you're in California, I hope if you need to evacuate, I hope you guys evacuate. Things are replaceable. Your life is not. And, my heart and prayers go out to everybody in California who's being affected by those fires. Somebody asked me if I wanted to talk about the fires. I might talk about them. I just need to pick a date because, mind you, I do this around my scheduling. So once I get a date, I'll let you guys know. Or you can just join my Discord and it'll let you know when I do lives or whatever. But yeah. And then the cold here in Texas is so bad. The other night, I think we were 15 degrees, and I was freezing. Last night we were like 26 degrees. I was like, oh my God. It is so crazy. Like, it's been cold. My allergies are just everywhere. HEB is like literally like the HEB where I am that I go to sold out of coffee and like hot chocolate. And I need to buy coffee because my friend who lives out of state wants to try coffee, HEB coffee. So I need to find her some coffee somewhere. Oh, I don't know what that was. Sorry. Okay, let's read the next one. Oh, my allergies are getting to me. My allergies are like my head is like killing me, and then like where your nose is, like my nasal, it's hurting so bad. I think I'm gonna get sick again, but probably like, ugh, I hate allergies. Oh, but like I said, these articles are jumping around. So remember, this happened back in 2023. This is CBS News. This was published July 25th, 2023. They're gonna talk about how Amanda Davila was released without bail. Like I said, all these articles, I might have duplicates or I might have them out of order. Just bear with me, guys. I don't know. I put them to go in order, and I guess Discord just went in like. So yeah, let's watch this real quick. And I'm gonna mute myself because I don't want you guys to hear me coughing.
The bus monitor charged in connection with the death of a 6-year-old student on a school bus last week appeared in court today.
A judge ordered she be released under bail reform laws in New Jersey, saying she's got no past criminal record and is not a flight risk. CBS 2's Christine Sloan spoke with the little girl's grieving parents.
Amanda Davila coming into the Somerset County courtroom wearing a prison-issued jumpsuit, facing second-degree aggravated manslaughter charges in the death of 6-year-old Fajr Williams. But the judge letting the 27-year-old out without bail pending conditions.
You understand all of that, Ms. Davila?
Yes. I don't know how to feel about her release. I was prepared for her release. I thought I was.
Prosecutors allege Davila, a bus monitor, sat in front with her earbuds in and a cell phone in hand for almost 14 minutes as the vehicle hit bumps and a safety harness around the 6-year-old's wheelchair stopped her from breathing. The tragedy investigators say captured on video.
If she were in the back of the bus, paying attention and observing the students as she was supposed to, this could have been prevented.
Nobody feels worse than Ms. Davila.
Being there was harder than I expected.
Heartbroken family members in court say Williams suffered from a rare chromosomal disorder that prevented her from speaking, but she could make noises. The defense says Davila, a mother to a special needs child herself, kept earphones in so she could get phone calls.
She did have earbuds in her ears, and I did see her looking at a cell phone. But we don't know at this point whether or not there's anything coming out of it.
Her attorney also claims Davila wasn't trained in harness safety.
She was told you're not allowed to touch any of the people who come onto. You can't even adjust their harnesses or anything. That's the parent's responsibility.
Williams's parents say they had no view of their daughter once she was on the bus, and Davila should have been paying attention.
If they're not allowed to sit next to the children, they should. They should be. They need to engage more and watching.
If found guilty, Davila could face up to 10 years behind bars, but her attorney says he is convinced child endangerment is all she'll face. In Somerville, New Jersey, Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
And let's read a little bit of it.
Average of 20 points.
Okay, let's read what CBS wrote. The bus monitor charge in connection and the death of 6-year-old Fajr Williams, who died on a school bus last week, appeared in court Tuesday to answer to the charges. A judge ordered she be released under bail reform laws in New Jersey, saying she has no past criminal record and is not a flight risk. Amanda Davila entered the Somerset County courtroom wearing a prison-issued jumpsuit, facing second-degree aggravated manslaughter charges, But the judge let the 27-year-old out without bail, pending conditions. Do you understand all of that, Ms. Davila? The judge asked her. Yes, Davila said. Now, this is a words exchange between the judge and the prosecution and Davila. I don't know how to feel about her release. I was prepared for her release. I thought I was Fajr Williams' mother. Naham Nash told CBS New York. I'm sorry if I'm butchering their names. Prosecutors allege Davila, a bus monitor, sat in front of a school bus with earbuds in and a cell phone in hand for almost 14 minutes as the vehicle hits bumps and a safety harness around the 6-year-old wheelchair stopped her from breathing. Look, you know, for 14 minutes, really, girl, put the phone down. Come on. And like, I believe the dad said, or somebody said, like, they're not allowed to touch the children. No matter what, common sense, you know, instincts kick in. If you weren't on the phone and you see that happen, you need to get up and help her. Like, move the harness, take her out. So that doesn't happen, you know? My goodness. And the safety harness around the 6-year-old's wheelchair stopped her from breathing. The tragedy, investigators say, was captured on video. If she were in the back of the bus paying attention and observing the students as she was supposed to, this would have been prevented. Exactly. If you weren't on your phone, Davila, if you weren't on your phone and you were sitting in the proper seat you're supposed to sit in, it would have never happened. You should have been doing your job instead of being on your phone at 8-something in the morning. Who's texting you at 8-something in the morning? For a fact, I mean, I ain't paying attention to my phone at 8-something in the morning, especially like when I'm at work. I'm doing my work stuff. I'm not paying attention to my phone. That's what she should have been doing. And I don't work with children. She works with children. You work with children, Davila. You need to pay attention to these children, not your phone. Put your phone away and pay attention to these kids. Like, seriously. Like, Nobody feels worse than Ms. Davila, the defense attorney said. Being there was harder than I expected. Fajr's mother said. Heartbroken family members in the court say Fajr, I'm sorry if I'm butchering their names, suffered from a rare chromosome disorder that prevented her from speaking, but she could make noises. The defense says Davila herself, a mother to a child with special needs, kept earbuds in so she could get phone calls. Girl, who's gonna call you at 8-something in the morning? Who is gonna call you at 8-something in the morning? Seriously, you don't need earbuds on. Take them off and do your job. Tell that phone call they can wait. She did have earbuds in her ears, and I did see her looking at the cell phone, but we don't know at this point whether or not there is anything coming out of it, says Michael, her attorney, Davila's attorney. Her attorney also claims Davila wasn't trained in harness safety. Wait. She was told, you are not allowed to touch any of the people who come onto. You can't even adjust their harness or anything. That's the parent's responsibility. Wait a minute. So, I want to know, I'm going to have to look this up. I want to know how, do bus aides get trained? I said this in the beginning. Do they, I want to know how they get trained. I mean, they obviously have to be trained, right? Or do they just, tell the bus aide, just sit there and look at the kids? I mean, I want to know, do bus aides get trained? She was told you're not allowed to touch any of the people who come onto. You can't even adjust their harness or anything. That's the parent's responsibility. Davila's attorney said, yeah, but I mean, if you were to see that happen, you would want to prevent that. Like, if Davila wasn't on her phone and, that happened, it's like instinct. You get up and move it no matter what, even if you're not allowed to, you're going to save her life, Fajr's parents, sorry if I'm butchering her name. Oh my God, I feel bad because I feel like I'm saying their names wrong. say that they had no view of their daughter once she was on the bus, but Davila should have been paying attention. Yeah, she should have been paying attention. She should have put her phone down and be doing her job and looking at these kids. If they are not allowed to sit next to the children, they should be. They need to engage more in watching, said Wally Williams, which is Fajr's father. If found guilty, Davila could face up to 10 years behind bars, but her attorney says he is convinced child endangerment is all she'll face. 10 years? Let's read. Let me remove that one. Let's read the next article. I think I'm almost stop sharing. Done with these articles. If you're on my replay crew, I want to know your guys' opinion on this. And if you work in like what am I trying to say? My mind went blank. If you work in the school transportation, whether you're a bus driver or like a what was that? I don't know what that was. Or as like a bus aide, I want to know, like, put your comments down below. I really want to know, like, the requirements. Like, do you guys get trained? And that's what I want to know. Sorry, my phone is going off. Hold on, let me put this on, like. Okay, my phone's on mute. It was like going off my phone. I don't know why. Yeah, I want to know. I'm like intrigued in this. Like, I'm gonna need to Google it. If any of you guys know, let me know, because I want to know, like, what are the requirements in being like a bus aide? Like, what do they need to do and what do they need to look out for? I want to know, because it definitely makes me question so many things. But let's look at this other article. Okay, yes, it's that one, right? Yes, it's that one. Okay. Hang on. Let me get all this set up. Let me mute myself.
Of a New Jersey school bus aide charged with aggravated manslaughter in the death of a 6-year-old with special needs.
Christine Sloan covers New Jersey and was in court as the bus aide took the stand.
Taking the stand, former bus aide Amanda Davila telling jurors she's remorseful and suffering from PTSD.
I feel bad for what happened, and I'm so sorry that it did happen and I made a mistake.
But Davila claims she wasn't solely responsible for the death of little Fajr Williams, who died on a school bus Davila was monitoring back in July of 2023.
Are you responsible in any way for that seatbelt harness?
No.
The 6-year-old with special needs died in her wheelchair. In video shown to jurors, Fajr is initially seen smiling. Then in video we won't show, the little girl slides down, the harness on her wheelchair tragically strangling her. Prosecutors say as Fajr struggled, Davila spent the entire time on her cell phone with earbuds in, never looking back, checking social media.
I was scrolling through apps to go onto Instagram and texting.
The 27-year-old claims her company allowed her to.
I'm over here talking to myself. My mic's muted. Okay, is this the big okay, yes, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the buses. Okay, I don't know if this is the big bus or this is the small bus, but I don't think a bus aide is supposed to sit right here. You're supposed to sit right here so you could see her and the other kids. I think this was prior, because I think they said they picked up other kids, unless the other kids are in the front. Like I said, I don't know how big the bus is, but if I'm not mistaken, I think she needs to be back here, keeping an eye on not only Fajr, but the other kids. and she needs to take off the earbuds and not be on her phone. But see the rest of this.
Her to sit in the middle of the bus and that she wasn't properly trained. Her attorney blaming Fajr's older sister for entire time on her cell phone with earbuds and never looking back, checking social media.
I was scrolling through apps to go onto Instagram and texting.
The 27-year-old claims her company allowed her to sit in the middle of the bus and that she wasn't properly trained. Her attorney.
Did you hear that? Let's go back.
Claims her company allowed her to sit in the middle of the bus and that she wasn't properly trained.
Right there. Her company allowed her to sit in the middle of the bus and she wasn't properly trained. Why would a company allow you to sit in the middle of the bus with your back towards Fajr? Why are you sitting? Why did they allow that? Why didn't you sit in the back like you're supposed to? And second, if you're not properly trained, why are you on the bus? They should have trained you. It's basically saying like, you go to work, right? And you're not properly trained. Why are they going to let you do your work if you're not properly trained? They're going to train you until you're properly trained. Why did they let you get on the bus if you're not properly trained? Like, why? And the bus company, why did you allow her, if it is true, why did you allow her to sit in the middle? She should be sitting in the back where she's able to see Fajr and the rest of these kids. Yeah, Tiff. So many questions. So many.
Her attorney blaming Fajr's older sister for putting the harness on.
She died because her own mother didn't properly or delegated it, fasten her into the wheelchair. And that is not the responsibility of Amanda.
Why are you wearing the bag? No, I don't know. I just sat there.
The prosecution showing jurors Davila's interrogation and the bus video during closing statements as Fajr's mother slumped over crying. Prosecutors calling Davila a liar, saying she broke policy using her phone. And despite receiving training over 7 years, she failed to watch Fajr and secure a bus latch to prevent the wheelchair from moving.
Cell phone is more important than the child.
It is heartbreaking and it's disturbing to keep reliving it and to have to physically watch my daughter suffer due to negligence.
The charges carry a 10-year prison sentence. At the courthouse in Somerville, New Jersey, Christine Sloan, CBS News, New York.
Let's go back and see this. So my replay crew, if you're watching this replay crew at the 1 hour and 13 minute mark, I want you guys to tag the 1 hour and 13 minute mark and let me know your opinions on these, because on the next live I'm going to do, I'm going to read y'all's comments. I want to know your guys' opinion on this. Let's start from here. And I want you guys to look at it again.
Amanda Davila telling jurors she's remorseful and suffering from PTSD.
I feel bad for what happened, and I'm so sorry that it did happen and I made a mistake.
But Davila claims she wasn't solely responsible for the death of little Fajr Williams, who died on a school bus Davila was monitoring back in July of 2023.
Are you responsible in any way for that seatbelt harness?
No.
The 6-year-old with special needs died in her wheelchair. In video shown to jurors, Fajr is initially seen smiling. Then in video we won't show, the little girl slides down, the harness on her wheelchair tragically strangling her. Prosecutors say as Fajr struggled, Davila spent the entire time on her cell phone with earbuds and never looking back, checking social media.
I was scrolling through apps to go onto Instagram and texting.
The 27-year-old claims her company allowed her to sit in the middle of the bus and that she wasn't properly trained. Her attorney blaming Fajr's older sister for putting the harness on.
She died because her own mother didn't properly or delegated fasten her into the wheelchair. And that is not the responsibility of a man.
Now I know everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm pissed off just listening to the defense attorney," but that's what the defense attorney does. They're gonna make their client look like they weren't in the fault. But in my opinion, as a normal person, Davila is in fault because, one, you shouldn't be sitting in the middle of the bus. You should be sitting in the back of the bus where you see all the kids. Two, you shouldn't be on your phone or with your earbuds on. You need to be paying attention to the kids. And I feel like everybody in the comments is going to say that as well. But, you know, the defense attorney, of course, the defense attorneys are always going to blame the other side. No.
Amanda.
Why are you wearing the bag? No, I don't know. I just sat there.
The prosecution showing jurors Davila's interrogation and the bus video during closing statements as Fajr's mother.
Look, okay. You see how she's glued to the phone. She's not even like peeking back to see her, you know?
Slumped over crying. Prosecutors calling Davila a liar, saying she broke policy using her phone. And despite receiving training over 7 years, she failed to watch Fajr and secure a bus latch to prevent the wheelchair from moving.
The cell phone is more important than the child.
It is heartbreaking, and it's
Yes, what he said, a cell phone is more important than a child. 100% it is.
disturbing to keep reliving it and to have to physically watch my daughter suffer due to negligence.
The charges carry a 10-year prison sentence. At the courthouse in Somerville, New Jersey, Christine Sloan, CBS News, New York.
All right. This right here. Like I said, she needs to be back here, not right here. She needs to be paying attention, not glued to the phone. Like I said, who's going to be messaging you? Who's going to be calling you at 8 something in the morning? All right. She needs to, it's definitely heartbreaking. It is. Let's go to the next article. I think we're almost done with these articles. Remove. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Uh-oh, I clicked the wrong article. Okay, let's see the next one. But yeah, my replay crew. Okay, wait. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. My replay crew, leave your comments down below. We're gonna go to this next article. Yeah, what Tiff said. I didn't get to read Tiff's comment. Oh, it's hold on. This is playing in the background. There we go. Hang on, guys. Okay. What Tiff said, yeah, the mistake wouldn't happen if you were paying attention and doing your job. 100%, yeah. If she was paying attention and doing her job, this would have been prevented. So we're going to look at the next one. I think it's a video, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, okay. And then we're going to see the one where it says she pleaded not guilty. Okay. Let me put the volume on. Let me mute myself. Because, like I said, I don't want you guys to hear me like breathing and coughing in the background.
Well, the bus monitor who is charged in the death of 6-year-old Fajr Williams was back in court today. Amanda Davila is accused of failing to notice that Williams was being strangled by her harness. This happened on a bus last July. Police say Davila was on her phone and wearing earbuds at the time. Davila is facing manslaughter and endangerment charges. She'll be back in court March the 25th.
Okay, let's read a little bit of the article. When was this published? This was literally this year, January 22nd. Wait, we're in 2025. January 22nd, 2024. I'm sorry. This was last year. I got my years confused. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to see this one. Like I said, the articles are just jumping all over the place. And I don't want to see a well point. Hang on, let me get the one that I have on my Discord. If you guys don't know, I do have a Discord server. Consider joining my Discord. If you have any information on any cases you want me to talk about, even if it's not true crime, if true crime is not your cup of tea, you can send it to my Discord and I can go on live, or I could do a recording and I can talk about anything and everything if you guys want me to talk about. I think my lovely mod is going to put the Discord link down below. !Discord. Did she put it? Hold on. I have my screen's like 2 screens. Okay. !Discord. It should pop it up if Nightbot does. Usually Nightbot doesn't. There it is. Okay. Here is my link to my Discord. Discord is free of use. I know a lot of people are like, what's Discord? It says join Late Nights with Des server. I need to fix it. I guess the font's not doing its thing, but join the Discord. You can post. If you want to talk about true crime, there's the true crime section. There's many different sections in my Discord. A lot of people are like, what's a Discord? I don't know what Discord is. Discord is an app where you can go and make servers and you can hang out with like people and you can put like information and stuff like that on it. I do have a Discord, so join my Discord. It's free, completely free. Okay. This was published July 25th, 2023. Like I said, the articles are just jumping all over the place. Discord literally just went in my thing. So, New Jersey girl who was 6 years old strangled by wheelchair harness in front of school bus monitor. This is from the New York Post. Okay, let's watch this video.
From the school stating that I received a phone call from the school stating that my baby arrived non-responsive, and they immediately started to perform CPR.
Okay, give me a second.
Bounty versus the family dishcloth.
Let me get everything ready. Oh. I have a little banner just so like people are like, who are you talking about, Des? Okay, show. Okay. A New York Jersey girl strangled by a seatbelt on her school bus had struggled violently for her life, but the earbud wearing bus monitor remained unaware for around 18 minutes because she was staring at her phone, according to the police. I think in another article it said 14 minutes. Like I said, I'm going to get the criminal complaint. Surveillance video captured Fajr, I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name, Williams 6 being ignored in the back of the bus during the fateful July 17 ride to an extended school year bus program in Franklin Township, according to a criminal complaint obtained by NJ.com. The special needs nonverbal slumped in her wheelchair when the bus hit a few bumps at 8:44 a.m., which made the 4-point harness tight around her neck, the complaint says. She appeared to be moving her mouth. At that point in the video, officials said. At 8:46 a.m., the harness further tightened around Fajr's neck, and for the next 2 minutes and 47 seconds, as she struggled violently for her life, failing, basically like moving her arms and legs. On at least 2 occasions, the girl made a shriek or a gasp, and at one point kicked the window of the bus, according to the complaint. Okay, so even if Davila couldn't hear, she could feel it, because I'm pretty sure you can feel if somebody's hitting the window of the bus. And two, the bus driver, if it's technically I don't think the bus driver can hear it, but I mean, other kids, I don't know. This is a very sad situation. And I have so many questions on this. Amanda Davila, 27, who realized something was wrong when the bus arrived at Claremont, Elementary, school at 9:02 a.m., around 14 minutes after Fajr became unconscious and 18 minutes after she first appeared in trouble, according to the report. Davila then began to unstrap the floor restraints on the wheelchair and asked for a school staff member to help, officials reportedly said. At 9:02, a teacher entered the bus and attended to Fajr, but appeared to not yet realize the dire nature of the situation, the complaint states, according to NJ.com. Is this the bus? Okay, this is what I'm talking about. These little buses. Okay. So you have the lift, and right in front of the lift, there's a seat. I think the seat's right here, or it's somewhere right here, because I think this is where they put, like, the wheelchairs. So Davila should have been sitting right here and not right here. You get what I'm saying? I need to find a layout of this bus. I found the layout of the bigger buses, but I need to find the layout of the small buses. Again, this is Amanda. At 9:04 a.m., the teacher stated that she was unsure if Fajr was breathing at the point. Additionally, staff was summoned onto the bus. The CPR began at 9:06 a.m. It adds the girl was taken to a local hospital where she remained in intensive care until she was pronounced deceased on Wednesday, officials said. It is also emerged that Davila secured the wheelchair to a floor hook on the bus, but did not use the lap belt and ankle restraints on it, according to NJ.com. Oh, I didn't know that. So she didn't put the lap belt and she didn't put the ankle restraints. Davila sat directly behind the driver and could be seen in the video staring at her phone until the third and final student boarded at 8:42 a.m., at which point she possibly glanced at Fajr's direction, officials said. The New Brunswick woman, who was found to be in violation of policies and procedures by using earbuds and her phone, was charged with manslaughter and child endangerment. She's being held. Well, she was in another article, it stated she was released. She did not deserve this to be taken away from us in such a way that had nothing to do with her condition. Fajr's mother, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, Namja told WABC last week. Oh, look at her. Her daughters suffer from a rare chromosome disability called Emmanuel syndrome. Fajr's dad, Wally Williams, has blasted the bus company Montauk Transit LLC of Somerset after the tragic death. Company president John Mesh has expressed his condolences to the family. Franklin Township School Supervisor John Ravley also offered his condolences. Our thoughts and prayers continue to be with the students, family, and friends. The matter is part of an ongoing investigation, he says in his statement. So, oh, sorry. I'm getting a little sleepy because I took medicine. So, where does it say that? So, she was in violation of policies and procedures. So, if she knew she was supposed to be on her phone. Let's go to the, I think I am, my dog, sorry. Oh, I broke my Discord. Oh no, I broke my Discord. Oh, okay, I didn't break my Discord. I was like, no, I broke it. I think I am. Okay, we're gonna see this one. It's a video, and then I'm gonna show a layout of a bus. Okay, hold on, let me pause it. Or I think it's gonna show ad. Let this ad finish, and then I'm gonna show you guys. Video. Replay crew, if you are here, let me know your guys' opinion on this. Okay, share. Add to stage. Okay, full screen. Let me mute myself.
A jury in New Jersey this afternoon started deliberating the case of a school bus aide charged in the death of a 6-year-old girl in a wheelchair. The shoulder strap securing the wheelchair strangled the girl on her way to school in Somerset. Now, prosecutors claim the bus aide, Amanda Davila, was on social media and texting when the child died. Here's New Jersey reporter Tony Yates.
Bus monitor Amanda Davila took the stand admitting she didn't follow training procedures, but saying she doesn't deserve the punishment she may face.
I made a mistake, but you guys are trying to put me away for 10 to 20 years on a mistake.
There's a dead girl here.
I know and understand that.
But it's not your fault.
I'm partially to blame, but there's other people to blame too, not just me.
Davila and her attorney, Michael Policastro, maintained that 6-year-old nonverbal and disabled Fajr Williams died because she was incorrectly strapped into her wheelchair by her sister or her mother. As Fajr slumped in her chair, the bus's shoulder harness cut off her airway.
Did you notice that she wasn't harnessed incorrectly?
I didn't notice that till we were at the school.
Prosecutors say there is no proof the family was at fault.
In the video, you can tell she was sliding down, so it wasn't buckled in.
It wasn't buckled in. But you said you didn't really look at her when she got on the bus.
No, I did not.
The jury was shown the entire bus ride to Claremont Elementary School. Davila constantly on her phone, earbuds in both ears, seated in front of Fajr, not checking on her at all during the ride. Prosecutors say her one job that day was looking after Fajr's well-being, and she didn't do it.
This is the body cam from Detective Doc. That's what she would have seen had she been sitting where she was supposed to. Because we know she sat in the empty seat, even if she's on her phone. Oh, right? Come on.
A nurse at Claremont performed CPR on the child, but she later died at the hospital. Davila faces aggravated manslaughter and child endangerment charges. Jury deliberations have begun. Fajr's mother says she will be at the courthouse waiting.
It is heartbreaking and it's disturbing to keep reliving it and to have to physically watch my daughter suffer.
In Somerville, Tony Yates, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Okay. I was like talking and I forgot I muted myself. I want to go back to this one specific part. Where is it? Right. This guy made a very good point. Like what I'm trying to prove. Okay. Where is it? Right here. Okay, instead of sitting here, you're supposed to sit right here. Or is it right here? You're supposed to sit, I think, in this seat or in that seat, and you still have view to see Fajr and the rest of the kids, right? Where is it? Right here. Okay. So, and you see, this is the other two kids. She's supposed to sit, I believe, right here or right here. Either way, if she sits in the very last one or right here, she still has access to see Fajr. See, I think someone is sitting in the seat and you still have access the way they're sitting with their legs out in the crossway. You can still see Fajr because this is where Fajr is, like where the wheelchair is. And these are the restraints. And this is I think the one that goes over the lap, if I'm not mistaken, or it goes behind the wheelchair. And yeah, you see how she's not even paying attention. She's on her phone while what's happening to Fajr is happening. She's supposed to sit back here or right here. Either way, if she sat on the last one or right here, she still has access to see Fajr while she's on this phone. Her sitting right here, she can completely not see her. She physically has to turn her head and see. Or even at that, she could put her feet right here and she still has to look. She nowhere, like he said, nowhere did you look.
What she would have seen had she been sitting where she was supposed to. Because we know she sat in the empty seat, even if she's on her phone. Oh, right? Come on.
A nurse at Claremont.
Exactly what he's saying is exactly what I'm trying to say. Exactly. If you were sitting in that empty seat, you would have seen Fajr. It could have been prevented if she was sitting in that empty seat. And I think those are all the videos and everything. I think, don't get me wrong. Yes. Okay, so I believe her trial, hold on, is this it? I saw somewhere on one of these articles about it. Yes, okay, so hang on. I need to share my screen before I start talking because then you're going to be like, Des, what are you talking about, Des? I can't see. Okay. At the stage. There we go. Okay, so this was literally published January 6, 2025 of this year. Amanda Davila, 27, was charged with Fajr Williams' death after she died on board a bus taking her to the elementary school in July 2023. So opening arguments are happening. It happened Tuesday. This is it. And my computer completely said it was going to act up. Give me a second. Okay, I don't know what my computer's doing. All right, so let's read the article. Opening arguments are set on Tuesday in a criminal trial of Amanda Davila, a school bus aide with Montauk Transportation, accused in the death of a 6-year-old girl she was watching in July 2023. Davila, 27, sat aside her defense attorney as the jurors were brought into the courtroom and questioned by Judge Peter Tober. The defense and the prosecution. Davila is charged with manslaughter and endangering the welfare of a child. Judge Tober explained to potential jurors that 6-year-old Fajr Williams was disabled. She was sitting on the bus in a wheelchair in a 4-point harness heading to Claremont School in Franklin Township. Investigators say the child slid down and was strangled by that harness. The prosecution is blaming Davila for Williams' death, but The defense attorney says his client's only error was not sitting closer to the girl. Now the responsibility to bring her to the bus and strap her in her wheelchair is the parents and the mom's. The young girl died because her seatbelt in the waist or crotch area was not fastened correctly. This was said by Davila's attorney. Davila's attorney says that on the morning of the incident, Williams was buckled in by her 14-year-old sister. Davila's, he says, did her job and strapped in the wheelchair. If my client gets charged criminally, then the mother should be charged criminally. Davila's attorney said. Davila's attorney also says that given the chance during the trial, Davila would take the stand and tell her story. Prosecutors will argue that Davila was sitting away from the little girl and that she was on her phone and wearing earbuds. The state plans to show jurors videos from inside of the bus of Williams struggling to get free and breathe. They'll also show text messages Davila was sending from the bus. Davila and her attorney turned down a plea agreement ahead of the trial, which would have put her in prison for 10 to 15 years. The defense believes she is not the only one to blame for this tragic loss. Davila lives in New Brunswick and has been free on bail. She is a mother to a disabled child. So it looks like they're going to trial. So, if you know me, I have never thought of doing a trial live, but I really want to do like a trial live. So this would probably be my first trial live. When this happens, will you guys be interested in being here with me watching the Fajr Williams case go to trial? Because all of the stuff we read, of course, Davila's attorney is going to say, you know what, it's not just my client's fault, it's the mother's fault. No. In my opinion, as a human being, in my opinion, allegedly, it is Davila's fault. Because one, you should be sitting in the proper place you're supposed to be sitting. And two, if in the policy it says, I don't know if it does, I'm going to need to find it. If it says you can't be on the phone while you're on the bus, then why are you on the phone? Put the phone down, put the earbuds off. Who's texting you at 8? Who's texting and calling you at 8 something in the morning? Who? You need to be paying attention to these kids because these parents are trusting not only the bus driver, but the bus aide to safely take their kid to where they need to be. And then, okay, I have one more before I go because we're already going to hit 2 hours. If you haven't already, my replay crew, make sure you hit the like and share and consider subscribing if you're new. I have so many cases lined up. I think my next one is Madeline Soto, part 1. And then I have so many cases. But besides cases, I want to do like little intermissions, like, you know, let's hang out live or beauty lives or anything you guys want me to talk about. We can definitely talk about it. I got this picture. I'm going to show you guys my Discord. Don't judge my Discord. I have so many servers. Okay, share screen. Discord. Share. So, let me open in a browser. Okay, that's better. Oh, excuse me. Okay, there we go. This is the bus diagram I got. Of course, I think the bus was the little one. So I need to find the little version, but let's see if I can zoom in here. I can. Okay, so they lift. Of course, they're going to put them to the lift area. They have the 2 for the kids who are in the wheelchair. There's this empty seat, and then, of course, you have all these other seats, and then the bus driver is way in the front. This is the big bus. Okay, but I'm just doing an example. I think they were in the smaller bus. I need to find the diagram of it. But to put it in perspective, if it's the little bus, I'm pretty sure it looks similar to this. So, of course, Faja's right here. This is just an example. Faja's right here. Of course, she sat right here, Amanda. And then you have the other kids. I think they're sitting right here. And then you have the empty seat. I think it was empty or there was a kid here. Either way, Amanda is supposed to sit in this area. But she said her company said it was fine to sit in the middle. No. You need to sit right here, because if Amanda sat right here, she still had access to see Faja. And like the guy said in the last video, even if she sat right here in the empty space, she still had access to look at Faja while she was on her phone. Even at that, I don't even think she's supposed to be on her phone while she's on duty on the bus. But yeah, this is a little diagram. This is, of course, the bigger bus. I think they were in the smaller bus. So I would have to find the diagram of the smaller bus. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for the diagram of the smaller bus and then Davila's criminal complaint. So let me exit that out. Let me put my Discord over here. Okay, well, yeah, that is pretty much it on the Fajr Williams case. Like I said, trial I think is gonna happen soon, so I really want to talk about it. We can definitely sit here and watch the trial together. But yeah, I hope Fajr and her family get the justice they deserve. My heart and condolences go out to Fajr's family, and I think that all schools in the United States need to properly train. I mean, Davila says she wasn't properly trained. I think they should have kept her and trained her. They should have never put Davila on that bus. They should have put someone who was trained on that bus with Fajr and those other kids. But yeah, I hope Fajr and Fajr's family gets the justice they deserve. Fajr, may you rest in peace. My heart and condolences and prayers go out to your family. And Davila, do I have some words for you? But I ain't gonna say them because there's some bad words. But yeah, this concludes the Fajr Williams case. Our next case we'll be talking about is the Madeline Soto case. If you don't know who Madeline Soto is, I'm gonna play you a little preview of who Madeline Soto is, because I know there's a lot of people out here that are like, oh, I thought I lost you guys. There's a lot of people out here that are like, who's Madeline Soto? Like, I've had some people who aren't into true crime, and I talked to them. I was like, yeah, Madeline Soto, or like Sebastian Rogers, are like, who's that? And I'm like, you don't know who that is? And they're like, no. I mean, like I said, I like to go and start from the beginning on a lot of cases because not a lot of people know true crime, and they don't know these cases like we do. We all know these cases because we watch like the big content creators like Duty Ron or Pascal or who's another one? Atta K, Emily D. Baker. We watch all these big name YouTube creators do these true crime cases, and not a lot of people watch true crime. So I start from the beginning on any cases, if you guys know the case, I'm gonna tell you regardless. I'm gonna start from the beginning for those who don't know these cases, who don't know who any of these cases are. So Madeline Soto, we're gonna start from the very beginning till now, because next month will literally be, I think, a year since Maddie Soto's tragic death. Let me pull up a video, but first I need to I need to start from the way beginning. Now, I know during the whole Maddie case, there were so many things that were coming out here and there. I think when I start from the beginning, all the stuff coming out is going to fit the timeline. You guys are going to be like, whoa. So Madeline Soto is going to be in parts. So we're going to start Madeline Soto part 1. I think I scheduled it in a couple of days. But yeah. Hang on. I just had it. Okay. So I'm going to play you a video. Of course, we all know who Madeline Soto is. Hold on, I have an ad. But yeah, any cases we watch, I'm always going to start from the beginning. Even if, you know, it's old news, you guys can be like, Des, that's old news. I understand that, but I'm going to start from the beginning for those who don't know who these cases are. So this is a video. Hang on. I just had the video. Oh my god, I keep losing these videos. Okay. Let me type it out on this one. We're gonna start from the way beginning. Yeah, because there's some videos that came out and I'm like, whoa, how did I miss that? You know, because I used to watch this on another thing, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna play this one. This is this is blurry. Okay, well, we'll see that one. Let me go back. Let's do, we'll do the Core TV one. Okay, so we're going to watch a little snippet of Madeline Soto. So if you don't know who Madeline Soto was a missing teenager. She went missing back in February of last year. It ended up being that she was found deceased and that her mother's boyfriend was essaying her and doing terrible things to her. So here's a video.
Appearance of Madeline Soto. She went missing in the Orlando area, just 13 years old. We really have some sad news tonight. Here's photos. Let me show you some photos of Madeline and her mom. There's her mom with her daughter, teenage daughter. You know, the bond between mom and daughter is special. It's absolutely special. But a man has been arrested. Stephen Stearns, here he is. This is tough. The Orange County Sheriff's Office announced something on Twitter X. Let's take a look at what they have to say tonight. Madeline Soto's body has been found at about 4:30 today off of Hickory Tree Road in Osceola County. The Sheriff's Office search teams located the body of Madeline Soto in a wooded area. Her family has been notified. There's no additional information to release, and Kissimmee PD is the lead agency in this homicide investigation. You know, you hold on to the hope to the last moment, right? You're just hoping that maybe, you know, she's locked up somewhere and you'll find her alive, but that's not the case here. Here's the Orange County Sheriff with more information tonight.
Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time and that Stephen Stearns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day. We have video evidence that shows Stephen Stearns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26th. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster. At 8:19, we have evidence that shows Stephen Stearns returning to the complex, and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time.
Okay, folks, first court appearance is happening tomorrow, Saturday, for Stephen Stearns. And now that Madeline's body has been found, things have gotten much, much more definitive, I believe, in this case. Let's bring back in our think tank, Bernardo Villalona, Brian Watkins, Ben Chu with us. Brian, it seems to me this is a case that's going to have a lot of evidence. I mean, they're talking about video already, the forensic evidence that they're going to get from his car. And they found her remains relatively quickly. I'm sure they'll be able to get evidence from there as well. Your thoughts tonight?
Yeah, it seems like an overwhelming amount of evidence. You know, he's going to have to do a lot of explaining to even have a chance of, you know, mounting a defense in this case. You know, what I'm curious as to what the cause of death was, but the evidence thus far seems very overwhelming for him.
Yeah, Ben, I suspect that there's a possibility that they'll attempt to get a confession from him and have been working him. I don't know if he's gotten counsel yet. He'll be making his first appearance tomorrow. But this is a case where it was solved quickly, which to me speaks volumes. If it's solved quickly, it means there's a lot of evidence, which means they were going in the right direction, and they've found things that they need in order to make the arrest and ultimately to make some charges here for the murder of Madeline.
Yeah, Vinny, I agree with you and Brian. It sounds overwhelming.
And Bernardo, what do you suspect will happen here? How this case will evolve? Do you think this becomes one where whoever ends up representing him, probably a public defender, is going to have him evaluated and go that route?
Well, the defense attorney will probably, of course, have him evaluated if he believes that there's some kind of mental defense that exists or he's not able to communicate with his client. Usually you can tell that early on. But if he's not able to communicate with his client, obviously all the proceedings stop until he's evaluated to the extent where he is competent to proceed with the proceedings. But what I'm curious about, Vinny, because what we see is sexual charges. We see that early on. It's what's the evidence for these sexual charges that they're able to bring so early on? Because we don't see the homicide charges yet, but that, of course, would change once an autopsy is completed on her body.
Yeah.